Yo, Mike. But the player's talking back to me. You know what it is? Pressure, baby. Pressure bust pipe. Put that on the live, nigga. Under tandem. Be ruthless. What happened, AJ? What happened? Yo, you're real quiet now.
That's just Mike being Mike.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you've been on the tournament scene for handball, you have definitely heard of this guy before. Loud Mike. He is sort of an enigma. You know, we hear him from the sideline.
Oh, he's attacking.
Yo, we do this on a regular. Memorial. I hope not. I hope not.
A lot of people don't really know his story, me included. So I got a chance to talk to him at Park Wars at St. John's. I want to bring you guys along for the ride. If you want to see more interviews like this, drop a like on the video and let's jump into it.
Yo, that was crazy, wasn't it?
That game?
The live under 10 bet.
Nah, that was wild.
I was gonna take your money too, but you my mans, man. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to do it to you on the live. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to do it to you on the live. Dexter already had a bet going in, so I just wanted him, you know, because I knew he was gonna lose the first bet. So I was like, fuck it, I'll let you run it back so we break even. Unfortunately, you know,
Didn't turn out that way.
it was a lose-lose situation, but a win-win for me.
Yeah. How's it feel?
Cup is always half full, never half empty.
There you go.
You know, and you know, the same water that hardens an egg also softens a potato. So you gotta, you know, just stay steady, stay focused. You know.
Man, you really get involved. You really get involved on the game. How much do you feel obligated to kind of root for your team?
Oh, 100%. I mean, there is no other option. Like if you're showing up, you know, if you're popping up, even if it's to a park that's 5 minutes away, you know what I'm saying? You got to root for your team. You can't be one of those guys that turns your back on other people.
For sure.
Yeah, man. I think for right now the team favorite though is 174 versus 162. Mark my words.
Is that the next?
Mark my words.
Who's taking that one?
I'm torn. I'm between a rock and a hard place because 174, I got love for 174. They always showed love, but 162 is our sister park. You know, and both parks got really good teams. You know, we just got to play by ear.
Yeah. Mike, with the amount that you cheer for players, right? You're really invested. You really get involved. Have you ever had an issue with a player? This game there was almost a little argument. You kind of kept it classy. You backed up a little. Has there ever been a point where? Let's back up. Has there ever been a situation where somebody maybe tried to get physical with you, or just got really bothered with you and wanted to take it outside of handball?
So what I love the most about handball and the handball community is that things really got to go to a certain level before it gets physical and violent. You know, in general, you know, in any park you go to, whether it's Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Staten Island, you know, Philly, it don't matter. You know, for the most part, people, you know, we're grown-ups, we have responsibilities. Some of us have kids. So, you know, getting into a physical altercation is usually last resort.
For sure.
I've had, you know, face-to-face encounters. I've had people talk back to me, like even in this game. You know, I got into he was getting smoked. I got into the guy's head. I cracked him like a boiled egg. And that reaction is to be expected. You know,
sure.
Like
you understand that.
I understand that fully. I don't blame the guy. I hold no resentment, no grudge against him. You know, I still think he's a wonderful, and I love his game, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's got a great. But again, Memorial's on the line, and I will always be with Team Memorial no matter what. But yeah, you know, at the end of the day, you just can't let, as a player, you can't let that trash talking on the sideline get to you. Right. You can't, because if you're gonna let that happen to you, you might as well don't even sign up. Because if you're not gonna let the trash talking get to you, you may let the refs making the wrong call get to you, which is what's happening now over here. You can't let that disrupt your gameplay, your focusness.
You gotta be locked in.
You gotta be locked in.
Has there ever been a point, because you also compete too, has there ever been a point where maybe you were newer to the game and trash talk really like bothered you? Like,
oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah, to this day. I mean,
to this day.
People don't understand. People don't know this, but till this day, you know, even if there's 99 people at the park cheering for me and one person's cheering against me, like that hurts and that pisses me off. But I dish it out. I got to take it. So this is to everybody. You see me playing, talk your shit. I want to hear it all. I want to hear it all. Rip me a new one, because vice versa. I'm a rip you a new one, and whether you do it to me or not, I'm gonna still do it to you. So you might as well, when you got me on the court, you might as well just get it.
Take advantage.
But yeah, of course it bothers me. I can't say it doesn't, but it's part of the game.
Don't listen to anything he said.
I love that guy. But you can't let that get to your head.
Yeah.
I have guys. I've had my mentor, lean up on the fence and a nice shot, Mikey. You suck. That'll crack you, but you just gotta play through it. You gotta play through it. All right, you missed the same shot 3 times in a row. Let me go for a different shot.
For sure. So you try to see the constructive criticism underneath the
always
trash talk.
Always, always. You can't let it edit. Also you can't let the trash talking get personal. Because now if you're talking about my mother, my wife, my kids, it's that's what leads to
like
the
outside
physical altercation. But we're talking about your game. I mean, everybody's a human. Even Tabo's gonna make some mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And there's people were talking shit about him too.
True.
It's just
Nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect, man. Nobody's perfect.
Have you always trash talked, or was that something you added to your game at some point? When did the trash talking start?
I always trash talk. Even when I'll be down 19-1, and I'll still, if I hit a roller in front of you, I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna, let it really be known.
Even when you were a newer player.
Even when I was a newer player, especially when I was a newer player, I was a little bit more, off the wall, a little off the rails with the trash talking. But
more so.
Yeah, but then as you grow older, you realize certain things to say, certain things not to say.
Some things are off limits.
Yes,
some things
that's why your wife cheated on you and she's leaving you. Don't bring that up.
Okay.
Nobody else needs to know about that.
Nobody needs to know that.
I confided in you, and you know what I'm saying, and you're bringing it up in public. You know what I'm saying? Things like that.
Keep it classy to an extent.
Yes. Because then you're asking for it. You're asking for it. When you cross that line, you're asking for it. Now you're in deep waters.
Right.
But there's also people, if you trash talk, they turn up.
They turn up.
And that is, that's when you'll see me and it's like, oh, why is he not saying anything? Because I just said something and the guy made 5 rollers back to back. Timbo's one of those type of guys. I remember me and Timbo had a little something on the side going on. I'm thinking I got him sweet. He's losing by 3-4 points. I got him sweet. I'm like, oh, I got this bet.
You're betting against him.
Of course, whether it's a run back or whatever the case may be. I don't know what it was. I said something. I said, yeah, that ain't Timbo. That ain't peak Timbo no more. Bro, 5 rollers back to back to
really?
back, bro. I mean, I lost the bet, but
shout out to Timbo.
Shout out to Timbo, bro. And he's not the only one. There's people out there that really, that drives them.
So,
and those are my favorite type of players, the ones that get driven by the hatred, driven by the chaos. The world's falling apart, and they're still, pushing through and going for shots that, your average Joe Dirt wouldn't go for. I'm gonna play it safe. I'm gonna let it reach the wall. No, these guys going for the killers. Gustos.
And so at that point, do you switch up your style? Do you remember that for next time? Maybe I won't trash talk that person next time, or how do you do it? Are you strategic with it?
I try to limit the trash talk. Best thing is to just not say anything for 5 volleys and just wait a while until they make a mistake. Then you pounce on them. Because if you're trash talking every single volley, that's what drives them. Yeah, it drives them.
Okay.
So now they don't hear you. 5 volleys later, you make a mistake. Now you hear the voice in the back of the room. Nice shot, you suck. That might throw you off your game.
Right.
These are just, I don't want to say too much.
The timing. There's a strategy to it, though. There's a method to the madness.
There's an art, and not that many people can get it. I'm on now, all right?
All right, yo. Good luck, Mike. Yeah, for sure. That's Mike, y'all. A little insight into Mike's mind, man. Very interesting character. One of the biggest sideline cheerleaders, trash talkers, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, I was just super curious about, like, if there's a method to the madness, like how did he get into that?
All right, guys, so that was the video. We got to kind of get the rhyme behind the reason, the method to the madness. Mike has also recently started hosting tournaments. You can find those on Facebook. And let me know what you guys think, man. What do you think about this interview? Again, if you want to see more interviews like this, drop a like on the video. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Your play is fucking phenomenal. You never play like this.
Fuck up, man. I want him next round. I want him next round.